Naam, karibu tena mpenzi mtazamaji, ikiwa leo ni tarehe 11 mwezi wa 8 mwaka 2025. Kama kawaida, show hewani ni Morning Digest. My name is Anton Ombio-Gate, and today we are lucky to have an amazing guest in our studio. So I'm going to give her a chance to introduce herself and tell us more about the topic of today. Welcome to TAS TV.
Thank you very much, Anthony, for inviting me to TAS TV today.
Yes.
I feel honored. It's a privilege to be in this media house.
Yes.
I'm glad to be here. My name is Edwin Getau Kibe,
Mm-hmm.
and I am a mental health, alcohol and drug abuse expert.
Mm-hmm.
That is my area of specialization.
Yes.
I'm in this space now for 15 years.
Yeah. Wow.
So I think I have something to share,
Mm-hmm.
and also I know you also have something to guide me on how to navigate the space.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Kindly tell us more about the topic of today.
Well, the topic of today is on mental health, alcohol and drug abuse.
Yes.
And I think I want to appreciate TAS TV for having such a thought to address this issue, because this is an issue that is really a big problem in our society. It's a big problem in the country. It's a global problem. But if we narrow down to our social setting here in Kenya, I think this is the best thing that you can do. Mental health is real. Alcohol and drug abuse is a component of mental health. So when we are having this discussion, I know a lot of people are going to benefit from it.
Yes.
Because a majority, and we are going to look at statistics that that show us the indication, the directions that we are headed to. So I know we are going to have ample time to address even the statistics and also to see the direction that our nation is headed to in regards to mental health issues, alcohol and drug abuse.
Wow, very nice. We are taking a short break. We'll be back with more information. So send it by. Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys, I go by the name Reynams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho unanipimia, na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia. Hapa Shensta the poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love, but don't fake it. Enda kumenya mawazo makuu, nani anadera shida, utani waku.
Vichekesho mkisongaza, mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Muziki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie. I'm a model and I'm Afri Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.
What's your name?
My name is Kevin Kakum.
Kitui Francis.
From which school?
Kenya Institute of Mass Communication.
Kenya Institute of Mass Communication.
What did you learn while at TAS TV?
Improvement of my skills in graphics, such as motion graphics, video editing, photography, also communication skills.
Camera operations, video editing, and improved my skills in graphic design.
Would you recommend anyone?
Yes, nilikuwa hapa TAS, skills zangu zili improve on communication, fellow co-workers, and teamwork when doing certain projects.
Yes, new skills in photography. Communication, I have built more in communications through interaction with other colleagues or people outside there.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your attachment at TAS TV?
7.
8.
Generally, what will you say about TAS TV?
Wow, it's amazing being here.
I think this is the best place to be. Yeah.
Okay, welcome back. And as we continue, can you explain how drug abuse can affect someone's mental health over time?
Thank you, Anthony, for that good question.
Yes.
Drug abuse and mental health, there is usually a correlation between drug abuse and mental health, because you find when somebody's mental health is not stable, and when we talk about mental health,
Yes.
we are referring to someone's psychological, emotional, and social wellness.
Yes.
Emotional, psychological, and social wellness, of course, with the economic aspect to it. And so when this person's well-being is affected psychologically, socially, and economically, this person tends to be bombarded with so many things in the mind. The mental health is affected. And in most cases, when you are unable to manage or to handle the situation, when you are bombarded with all these, like we have mentioned, the four of them, psychological, socio-economic, and emotional, you tend to look or try to find a solace.
Yes.
And in most cases, you find people choose to go the direction of running away from the actual problem.
Yes.
Most people run away to alcohol and drug abuse. And therefore, we can say alcohol and drug abuse is a manifestation of mental well-being that is not in a stable state. So, alcohol and drug abuse is as a result, and that's why we say alcohol and drug abuse and mental health, there is a correlation.
Yes.
What happens is, if you use alcohol and drugs to address a problem, running away from the problem,
Yes.
you end up having two problems. The mental health problem that you had,
Yes.
and now with time, alcohol and drug abuse becomes you become dependent on alcohol and drugs.
Yes.
Right? And continued use of these substances, they go and affect the mental, now the cognitive,
Yes.
the psychological aspect, such that with time you become dependent. Remember, alcohol, if we agree today to discuss about alcohol alone,
Yes.
and we are going to discuss about other psychoactive drugs later, alcohol goes and affects the mental wellness. Remember, alcohol is a chemical.
Yes.
In our brains, there is the chemistry, there is the chemistry in the brain, which has a lot to do with chemicals in the system. We have the neurotransmitters, we have the hormones in the system. So when you ingest alcohol, when you take alcohol, it goes pumped to the heart, goes to the brain. Remember, the brain is we call it the CEO, it's the master
Yes.
of all that we do. Even as we speak today,
Yes.
it's the brain that is coordinating everything. What I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, what I'm talking
Yes.
is all coordinated in the brain.
Okay.
And this alcohol, being a chemical, goes and affects the chemistry in the brain. It interferes with the hormones, it interferes with the neurotransmitters. Once these neurotransmitters are interfered with,
Yes.
then you have a mental breakdown. Right? You have a mental breakdown. So continued use of alcohol, for example,
Yes.
continued use of tobacco, continued use of marijuana, continued use of these psychoactive drugs,
Yes.
and we are calling them psychoactive because they are affecting the
brain.
the brain. Right? So the continued use affects the performance of the brain.
Yes.
And in some instances, you find the brain starts shrinking, the production of these hormones and the neurotransmitters declines,
Yes.
affecting your cognitive ability. That's why you find people who are using drugs, they end up becoming so untidy, so unkempt. Some people get sick, they get now the diseases that we are going to talk about.
Yes.
The continued use leads to something like it can accelerate psychosis,
Yes.
it can accelerate somebody who had anxiety, somebody who has attention deficit. All these are different mental disorders.
Yes.
So we can say that continued use of drugs affects the well-being of the brain. And That's why I'm very happy with this media station, because you've chosen, because this is a good platform to address these issues.
Yes.
Yes.
And why most of the youths are affected with mental health most over the alcohol and other drugs?
Number one, why alcohol and drugs affects our youth.
Yes.
Remember, they are in a stage of self-identity. They want to identify themselves.
Yes.
They want to know who I am, who am I, and that is number one, self-identity. Number two, there is the peer pressure. All right.
Yes.
We always say that peer pressure, negative peer pressure, affects and may lead to use of drugs and substances. That is factor number two.
Yes.
Factor number three is when a youth has high expectations in life.
Yes.
You want to have a vehicle, you want to have a car,
To
you
live
want
a good life.
a good life, you live in a big mansion, you want to get a good pay, a good salary.
Yes.
And once these expectations are not met, frustrations come in. When frustrations come in, what happens? You enter into a depression.
Yes.
Depression leads to what? Running away from the reality that your expectations, what you expected in life is not what you're getting. So you tend to choose for a way out through alcohol. Not knowing that,
Yes.
you're just multiplying the problems. You see?
Badala ya kuondoa unaongeza.
Unaongeza sababu manake pale ulikuwa na shida ya pesa, ulitarajia kupata pesa mingi, ulitarajia kuishi maisha mazuri.
Yes.
But unfortunately, and I'm saying this with a lot of confidence,
Yes.
life does not give you what you want, when you want, and how you want it.
Yes.
That is not life. Always life will give you something different. And these challenges are the ones that make somebody to be successful in life. You become successful
Yes.
once you have to grow these challenges.
So what is your advice to the youth?
My advice to the youth,
Yes.
one day at a time.
Yes.
Let's build, because this is, you've laid the foundation from primary school, from the pre-primary, primary, secondary, college. It is a gradual process. So if you want an overnight to become a millionaire overnight, and it does twende pole pole.
Yes.
It's just a matter of taking your time, taking your steps, of course with a lot of mentorship here and there, a lot of guidance, and also having the right morals.
Yes.
You know, and no, it's something that grows with time. Let's not be in a rush.
Yes.
Yes.
Another fact it is about love, where people are depressed about love, relationships also.
Relationships, yes.
Uh-huh.
Remember, I said when your expectations are not met.
Yes.
Anthony, you have a girlfriend somewhere.
Yes.
You have a girlfriend somewhere, and this girlfriend, you have feelings towards her, emotional feelings, psychological feelings.
Yes.
You have invested even financially,
Yeah.
economically. You've done quite a lot of investment.
Yes.
But just like I said, life will not give you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. This girl finds a better suitor, all right, and you're left there. So hii story ya kuachwa unakosa kuachika, and you resort into number one. When ukiachwa, remember we said mental health is about socio economic and psychological wellness.
Yes.
Wakati umeachwa, you start now having those irrational thoughts, now thinking about, and this is where now the issue of suicide can come in, the issue of somebody thinking deeper into alcohol and use of drugs. So we have to be very, very careful, and I would request our youth
Yes.
to be very, very careful.
Uh-huh.
Very, very careful where you're investing your emotions,
Yes.
because once you are heartbroken, it becomes very difficult to overcome it. Or to
I think another thing it is to accept ourselves, because many people don't accept.
yes,
They are forcing.
that is the thing, accepting. And that's why I'm saying, can you take time?
Yes.
You know, we are told in love relationships,
Yes.
you're told that you should be in courtship for not less than 6 months. Not less than 6 months. Nowadays, I'm finding, you know, they come to my office for counseling, right? Wanakuja, they have been in a relationship, they met in a bus, or they met in public transport, right?
Yes.
And then they became friends. And instead of investing in the friendship to lay a foundation, a strong foundation,
Yes.
they already jump into love.
Oh.
For me, what I believe in is that you first become friends with somebody and let love grow on the foundation of friendship,
Yes.
right?
Mm.
But if you skip the friendship aspect,
Yes.
You may be frustrated.
In the same question, is it true that some people turn to drugs as a way to cope up with mental health challenges like anxiety or depression?
Definitely. You find research has confirmed that 40 to 60%,
Yes.
40 to 60% of people with alcohol and drug use problems, they have an underlying mental problem.
Yes.
That means there is a condition that is pre-existing in the brain. And these conditions, addiction is a disease, mental health are diseases, and that's why we are trying to ask people to embrace them as diseases.
Yes.
Right? and you find somebody can get a disease, anxiety, as a disorder.
Yes.
You're anxious about everything. You have attention deficit. We call it ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. We have depression, we have bipolar, we have so many conditions. And these can get somebody even without using substances. You have, it's a disease just like we have malaria. It's a disease just like we have tuberculosis.
Yes.
It's a disease like we have, all these forms of diseases. And these diseases, if you are not properly diagnosed, you may end up looking for something to calm the feelings that you have. Say, for example, you're feeling so anxious, there is anxiety, and you're feeling elevated, and you're feeling right? You look for a substance or a drug that will make your brain to calm down. Because in drugs, we have the classification of drugs. We have drugs that are depressants, they'll make your brains to feel depressed, to calm you down. We have another class of drugs that are stimulants. They are the ones that makes you to go on a high. They are those drugs we call hallucinogens. They are the ones that make somebody to hallucinate. Now, say for example, somebody is suffering from a condition like anxiety. You're anxious about, like now you're coming to studio. There is that anxiety. And you're feeling like, I don't know I'm going to perform. Or I don't have the courage, the confidence, the self-esteem to speak in a studio like this one. So you look for something to tone down.
Ikupea vibe.
Ikupea vibe, calm down, and ikupea mistari.
That's how they say it.
That's how they put it. So, most of these people, they use drugs to calm an effect, to calm a feeling in them. Like if you have bipolar 1 and you're feeling aroused and you're feeling the racing thoughts, you look for alcohol to calm you down. You're not taking it to have fun, but to make you feel better. When you're feeling so down again, when your brain is on a downward trajectory, you look for something to elevate you. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
And these are the stimulants. That's why you find people chewing mirror uncontrollably. There are those people who take coffee. These are stimulants. Right? And why are they doing this? To try and balance the feeling they are having. In short, what we are saying is that they are self-medicating. You're medicating instead of consulting a physician, instead of consulting a psychiatric doctor. You do it on your own, which causes more harm than good.
And what are some of the common mental health conditions that increase the risk of drug abuse?
They're the ones that I have talked about. Anxiety, mood disorders. You have attention deficit, hyperactivity disorder. We have all these are conditions. They are quite a number. And with time we are going to unpack each one of them. So there are many. If you have an underlying mental, or you may find somebody has acquired this condition because of prolonged use of drugs. And I know you're going to address that one also.
Now, what are the minds about drug abuse?
What are they?
Minds. Or what people say that we know drugs, many people consider that it is good to use them because they are helpful. That is the mind that they have inside their mind. So what can you say about that one?
We have a problem, and thank you for asking that question. Because our biggest concern is that the drugs that are socially and culturally accepted, you find there are drugs that are socially and culturally accepted. Traditionally, they are used even in social activities. And this way, when you're growing up, Anthony, and you see your daddy or your uncle taking alcohol, that one is socially accepted. It is legally accepted. It's only limited at the age when you're supposed to start drinking. Social. We use alcohol on social events when we are celebrating the traditional activities,
Yes.
like from where I come from. You know, when a baby is born, we celebrate with alcohol.
Yes.
When a baby is going for initiation, there is alcohol and tobacco. When that boy who has now grown up is going to, for the rites of, I mean, not the rites of passage, but when he's going to pay a dowry,
Yes.
alcohol is involved. When we go for these social events, tukienda bash,
Yes.
tukienda baby shower, tukienda sijui wedding, tukienda udhoni, alcohol, it has already been stamped,
Yes.
socially accepted. Not knowing that, these drugs have their impact or their effect on the body,
Yes.
and especially the brain. So when children see this happening, they want to copy. Children come in this life
Yes.
when they are very blank, without anything in their head, and so they learn by observing and listening and seeing, and you know. So when they see that, they know this is the life.
Yes.
And again, the advertisements and marketing, you find you are being advertised with alcohol, with fancy vehicles, you know, fancy lifestyle, and they think this is the way to go about it. So the aspect of social,
Yes.
and also the aspect of the culture, the aspect of, and these are things that we cannot run away from, because even our ancestors, they were using this alcohol to conduct rituals. You find even in some instances in our religious institutions, where I'm a Catholic, and when a father is conducting mass, they use wine, you know, and if you abuse that wine, you'll equally get affected.
Yes.
So your question of the mindset
Yes.
is from